That's woken up this crowd here.
She comes off a pin down here, wide open. Bang! Little trash talk there, and Caitlin fuels the crowd, and that would be 3.
The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter, they called it away from the ball foul because
after the fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
Quick drive, couldn't get the roll. More contact in the paint as Reese.
And now you see Angel Reese trying to come in. Oh my goodness. She had her hand around Angel Reese's neck. Area. And that time.
Fakes the 3, takes the 2, and knocks it down, which it probably should have been upon review, at least by our account. This, you could have got, will they call it a transition take foul? They will, and now Clark.
Yeah, okay. Certainly.
The officials doing a wonderful job today. Eric Bruton, Kevin Fager.
Now Diggins Smith comes down and catches that forearm in the face.
It's just a basketball play, though. Copper and StephenASmith to the bench with a bloody lip.
Yeah, she catches the elbow or the forearm right there as Copper releases. And it's a tough shot because Copper comes in straight on, and it's not
These made free throws, the first lead for the Aces since early back in the first quarter. And you saw Kelsey Plum and Lasia Clarendon, and Plum didn't like the fact that after the free throw was made, she felt Clarendon pushed her down and then just returned the favor on the other end. Let's take another look at it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We love a little.
Right here, Sammy, it looks like she's turned the corner, and then from that angle, if you were the baseline official, it looks clean, but that is what we saw. You gotta be kidding me! I mean, Sammy Whitcomb, right there, the arm.
Okay, everybody, it's your brother Van Silk on the last minute walk of the day. Rock Bottom Sports. WNBA ballers, we are on YouTube and we are on rumble.com. So check this out. I've been talking a lot about the WNBA lately. I'm looking for Mr. Turtle. I guess the bunny rabbits let him go, but they was definitely holding him off. And, you know, WNBA, these women out here, first of all, they definitely play basketball. You know, might get a little rough here and there. It might be a flagrant foul. Sometimes there might be a non-basketball play. But it happens in sports, period. You know, it's no different than a pitcher throwing a ball at a player's head or body. You know, you foul somebody intentionally trying to harm them, hurt them. Then you maliciously foul to hurt. Or you foul, but it was a basketball play. So what I've done lately, and I've been preaching to the choir, is that there's 144 women that play in the WNBA. And a lot of them are subject to falls, drops, you know, I mean, hard fouls. And some of you think these women can't foul hard. And listen, you can mess around and get knocked out by a little kid if he hits you the right way. So what I'm going to do is put together a little compilation of just this year alone, the hard fouls. Oh, yeah. We got the Angel Reese by Thompson from the Liberty. We got Kelsey Plum, who just got laced out the other day. We got Asia Wilson. We got Skylar Diggins. I think we got Sophie Humphreys. We even got Caitlin Clark. We even got the cheap shot by Kennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark. And we got more. Oh, we got more. And then we're going to look over the years of some of the fouls. So some of your new fans to the WNBA be like, oh, they hurting her. Oh, She should be suspended. Oh, they have some fights too. Let's take a deep look inside the WNBA hard fouls. It's Van Silk, WNBA Ballers, Rock Bottom Sports. I'll be back.
This clip is going viral of Breonna Stewart setting a screen on Caitlin Clark, causing Clark to fall to her knees. This had fans creating a narrative that Caitlin Clark is not used to the WNBA's physicality. However, that's not true. In that same game, playing against New York Liberty's Benijah Laney Hamilton, Clark had 3 different moments where she knocked Hamilton to the ground from her physicality. The first is Clark defending Hamilton and stopping her in her tracks to knock her off balance. The second is Clark on offense trying to get away from Hamilton and did a spin move that included an elbow to the face. The last one was Clark trying to get open and did the same spin move with an elbow to the face again. However, this is nothing new from Clark, as she had many moments just like these in college. But let this be Angel Reed.
On the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game, obviously.
Six niggas straight cook you motherfucker. I go broke like drop. Fuck with that dog like V. Not that rock, that P. How many down in my sock can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit. Young turn nigga can't wipe no bitch.
From there, here's Martin over to Wilson. Has a lane. Brink comes over to help. And going to get the foul, and Wilson took a hard fall there. Look out.
Becky Hammond already on the floor.
That was a hard fall taken there.
Drive.
She jumped off one leg and didn't really give herself much of an opportunity to land there cleanly, including the bump there by Brink on the foul. No maliciousness there on the part of Brink by any means, but just by Wilson. You can see the concern. Every member of that Vegas bench on the floor right now to MVP.
She just had nothing to protect herself from the fall. Completely off balance.
You hear the nice Vegas contingent here. And so they give Wilson an ovation as she gets to her feet.
5 seconds. Clarendon gets a step, met by Sykes. Sykes and Clarendon are tied up. They have to be split up. Very good job there by both sides.
Let's take a look right here. You see Clarendon sees the shot clock running down, decides to attack. And there was you saw Myisha Hines-Allen jumping in to grab Brittany Sykes right there, but Sykes' left arm, you see right here, her left arm was behind Clarendon, and then Clarendon took offense to that and pulled her down, and then Sykes didn't like it. Good job by Myisha Hines-Allen to get a hold of Brittany Sykes there, and she is fired up. That's Brittany Sykes. She has been ejected from the game, okay? On the other side of things, they have also ejected Clarendon. So since Clarendon was also ejected, and she would have been the shooter in that instance, she has been ejected, and the Washington Mystics get to
off. Phoenix with the lead. Cunningham. Nobody stopped ball until Jonquel Jones blocked that into next week, and Cunningham goes hard onto that elbow and appears to be in a lot of discomfort. Health Performance Director Hannah Wingertsman.
Well, Cunningham looked like she had a free throw. She could have stopped at the free throw line, but drove so deep, and again, Jonquel Jones block. And at 6'6", she rotates off. And just the follow through, taking that arm and then being landed on by Kennedy Burke. Or is it Laney?
Laney Hamilton. Yep. So Sophie Cunningham was by Beck Allen.
One-on-one, Sammy Whitcomb with 8 seconds left. Goes around to Gumake, drives baseline, and shot rejected by Izzy McMagor. driven in by StephenASmith. Very entertaining first half about Seattle, and all of a sudden, we're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44-2.
So I hope you're enjoying part of the WNBA hard guts and hard fouls. As we can see that their girls do play hard, there's hard fouls, fights. You know, it was sad some years ago, people used to call it the welfare league. And because I figure they felt a lot of the women of color were more, it was more women of color in the league, but it was more of the Caucasian girls fighting in the league. But it's sad everything got to be based on race. You're going to get a hard foul. You're going to get a cheap foul. I mean, it is what it is. It happens in every sport. You know, in boxing, you get cheap shots behind the head, rabbit punches. Football, it could just be a player walking back and somebody could come and clothesline you. You know, Patrick Beverly did it too. Chris Paul, he walking back to his side of the bench for a huddle. Or the game was over and Patrick Beverly just went and just chip shot him in the back. You know, I mean, no thing what Kennedy Carter did to Caitlin Clark. You know, those are cheap shots, you know. But again, hard guts and fouls. It's part of the WNBA. And in the WNBA, women scrap. If you go and look at the women in college, they fight. It's just the cattiness in these players. But you know what? There's a couple of more videos we're going to add to this, hard guts and hard fouls. And we try not to make it too negative, but we just want to show people that there's 144 players in the WNBA and that they all been in some kind of a situation of hard fouls, you know, cheap shots, flagrant fouls. It is part of the game. Y'all make sure you'll come to us at rumble.com. My name is Van Silk. And we also have WNBA Ballers on rumble.com and Rock Bottom Sports. Rock Bottom Sports is on Instagram and on rumble.com. I'm talking about Rock Bottom Rumble. Early in the morning, taking a walk. Y'all have a blessed day and enjoy this segment, and we'll be back later on with something else different.
Going to single digits and give this young team hope. And Gabby Williams says, I'm going to take the hope right away from you. Oh, Lexi Hall from behind. She did go after ball. There's no question about that, but Gabby Williams is not happy about it.
Her head slammed into the basket. And Gabby's looking to her left for Nalissa and is slowing up. Hole clearly going for the block.
Oh, yeah, and it was 90% clean, too.
Yeah, it's just that the aftermath looks bad, and you understand why Gabby Williams was upset, because she had no idea when she got in the air that a defender was going to be there. But in my mind, this is nothing but a hard foul as she was chasing and trying to block. This is going for the ball. Her hand comes down, and protection the players, the officials may say, because she's in contact, that this was a dangerous play.
That would
right
be
there,
yeah.
The way that she came down with the arm, and then that is what really was scary. This was Lexi Holt, I don't think, doing anything except for intending to try to block the shot.
And I don't blame Gabby for being upset, because if you're Gabby, you don't know what just happened.
Thomas gets a paint touch every single possession, and it draws the defense in and it allows for open opportunities.
We've discussed Connecticut's balance. 4 of the 5 starters have already made a basket. Brink and Jones were tangled up. How about the entire team coming over to help out the rookie? And Brink is now hobbling off the floor.
Los Angeles tried to push here too on the make. Looks like Brink just lost her footing. She's in a lot of pain.
Carissa Schreier is the athletic trainer, giving Brink some attention. She heads down the tunnel. Lee Aru checks in, second year.
The Mercury are 7-1 this season when they have a lead or are tied at halftime. Shea Petty is going to start the line for the ice bath after this game is over. She stays down, which means athletics trainer Hannah Wingerton might be on her way out to see her. And we do have an officials review to take a look at what happened to Petty, who appears to be in a good deal of difficulty.
Well, the Mercury being patient on their offense, setting screens, getting good looks, and Petty looked like she had a good solid screen and wasn't sure whether Lloyd or Horston hit her.
For a possible upgrade.
So the play is under review for a possible upgrade. Crew Chief Roy Gilban putting on the headsets. And again, our athletics trainer Hannah Wingerton with
Jewel Lloyd. Yeah, Jewel Lloyd, that elbow hits Shea Petty as Lloyd comes down. Unintentional, but she gets nailed on the neck. There's that Horston. Horston's 23.
Yeah, that's Horston.
But Horston had jumped up to try and deflect the pass, and Petty was right there in her way, and that elbow goes right into her.
So again, the play being reviewed for a potential upgrade.
She gets nailed, and she has worked so hard to get back from her Achilles and getting playing time.
And just takes a shot to the jaw, almost like a boxer in the ring, taking a blow. And now more concern as Mercury players and head coach Nikki Blue has joined the staff, led by Hannah Wingerton on the floor with Petty.
Yeah, she's one of the toughest players, and she usually does get up.
After video review, the foul charge.
It is a flagrant 1 charge against Jordan Horston.
Flagrant foul 1.
Jordan can't believe it. She doesn't agree with the call.
Well, again,
now Hannah is calling for more medical assistance for Shea Petty. You hate to see this as the entire Mercury bench joins their teammate Shea Petty on the floor. There is nobody tougher than number 11 in the WNBA, coming back from that Achilles tear in last year's playoffs at Las Vegas. Everybody, including the Storm, hoping for the very best for Shea Petty at this juncture.
Well, and certainly Jordy Horston is a little surprised at the call because it was unintentional. She felt it was a basketball play, but the elbow does catch Shea in the neck area, the jaw area, wherever, but she's upset that the foul was called, but the elbow catches the opponent.
The ultimate precaution now as the stretcher is brought onto the court.
The time has come to
and certainly a big loss for the Mercury because of the rotation that Nikki Blue has been able to establish with her guards with Shea Petty.
And all of that at this juncture just does not matter. Right now, the concern is for the health of Shea Petty.
She just hasn't even moved.
Petty in her 5th WNBA season, 4th with the Phoenix Mercury. She made her WNBA debut in 2019 with the Mystics. She'll turn 34 years old in October. Fans chanting, "We love you, Petty," from the stands. The X Factor literally holding their breath here at the Footprint Center. This fan base loves this player and loves this team. More cheers of "We love you, Shea" coming down from the stands. Now chants of "Shea, Shea, and clapping.
Well, this is a Seattle team. They've lost 11 of their last 13, and they are in last place, but they've been looking, obviously, for a win tonight because they've beaten the Mercury twice. And you hope for the Mercury that they've come up off a big win against Atlanta that they can get a win. But this really stops everything.
Shea Petty is such a tough cookie, drafted in the WNBA in 2012, but didn't make a team until 2019. Just relentless, the perseverance, the want, the grit. All of that will be needed as she is in difficulty and attended to medical staff here at the Footprint Center and by the Suns and Mercury organization.
And that was in Washington. Mike Tebow picked her up and cut her, brought her back kind of as a coach, and she was the Defensive Player of the Year of the Atlantic 10 and a two-time first-team All-Conference. But, once she got let go by Washington finally, in the bubble, she was picked up by Phoenix, and she was a difference maker. Hit a key shot to win a game at the end. Just embraced herself to the Phoenix Mercury organization.
She's had a season high of 20 points this season and will be stretchered out of the arena. The X Factor on their feet, applauding, along with Jordan Horston and the Seattle Storm, Shea Petty. And Annie, I know you have dealt with injuries in your playing career. This is the thing that just makes my stomach turn with women's basketball. I hate to see anybody get injured.
Yeah, no question. So we've got great doctors here.
Yes. Elite facilities right here at the Footprint Center.
Dr. Overland and Dr. Brown take care of the Mercury players very well.
As soon as we get an update on Shea's condition, we will pass it along to you. Right now, there's a minute 34 to go in the second quarter of play. Phoenix has a 2-point lead. We'll shoot a couple of free throws on the flagrant foul upgrade.
They were up in the first quarter. The Fever getting their first win last night in Los Angeles.
Yes.
That's had to be pretty tough, I would think, on Caitlin to just really be patient with herself and with her team.
And that's not a virtue of Caitlin's. She's competitive and she wants excellence and she wants it now, and that's what makes her great.
Foul call on Alicia Clark, and that is her second. Put Caitlin Clark to the stripe.
Oh yeah, that's a foul. Alicia Clark caught her across the face.
You never think you fouled, do you?
Oh, you never think you fouled, ever.
Yeah, we asked Caitlin. We knew that this
down to Young.
Diana Taurasi 1 for 4 so far tonight.
Whistle and foul. Going to go against Taurasi as Plum hits the hardwood. Diana Taurasi in her 19th season. And the quickness by Playa. Got the hand swung it in there.
Taurasi just knew she didn't have the wheels to keep up with the quickness of Kelsey Plum, so she took the foul there.
That was a big area of